What's going on, guys? I'm Built, and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock farm tutorial video. In this video today, I'm going to be showing you guys two different farms that are directly behind me. These two farms are going to be a 5x5 compact flower farm design and also a 7x7. The farms are identical aside from the size of them. The one to the left of me is slightly more compact and space saving, however it does yield less rates. The one to the right of me is going to get roughly about double the rates of the smaller one, however it is going to require more resources to build, and it is also slightly larger. Both of these flower farms have no collection system, so the player must collect all of the drops, so they are not ideal for AFKing. If you are looking for something that is AFKable, then I will be releasing a larger flower farm here in the future, however it will be a lot larger and a lot more material intensive. These flower farms are perfect for the people that are just going to need a few flowers here and there. These flower farms will multiply almost all of the single tall flowers that you place in front of them. The only one that they're not going to multiply is of course going to be the wither rose. Since these farms both apply bone meal at the very top and bottom of the cycle of the farm, is going to produce the most amount of flowers possible for the size of the farm. And since there is no collection system on this flower farm, you can go in here and get all of your flowers very quickly without having to wait around, and it also keeps the overall size of the farm pretty small. The larger flower farm works essentially the same way, except it has a little over double the spawning size for all of the flowers to grow, which is going to give you a lot more flowers for the area of the farm if you have the extra room for it. Now, if for some reason these flower farms are too small for you and you need more flowers than both of these will put out, which these do put out quite a bit of flowers for the size of the farm, then let me introduce you to this one over here. This one is probably the most manliest flower farm on the Bedrock edition, putting out well over 110,000 flowers per hour. This one utilizes the exact same mechanic, so it's going to bone meal at the top and bottom strokes of the farm, producing the most amount of flowers possible. This one produces so many flowers that even my 10 times hopper speed unloader will hardly keep up with all of the flowers that come out of this thing. If for some reason you need to see how fast 110,000 flowers per hour is, well, it's going to unload at about this speed here. This speed is going to fill up almost 3 double chests every 5 minutes, so this thing truly does pump out a ton of flowers. The tutorial for this flower farm behind me, along with many other tutorials, will be coming to my channel soon, so be sure that you subscribe along with hitting that bell notification. That way you don't miss any videos that are upcoming. What do you say? Enough jibber jabber. Let's get into building this thing. Everything that you're going to need is going to be down inside of the description below. And while you're down there, if you like the video, drop a like for the channel. It really does help out the channel and it helps the new audience find my content. Thanks. With that being said, I'm going to be building the 5x5 flower farm first. If you are looking for the 7x7 flower farm, then I have placed timestamps inside of the description for your convenience. So go ahead and check for those timestamps and skip ahead if you would like. Alright guys, the first thing that you're going to do is find you a area that you want to build the flower farm in, and then you are going to place a 5x5 platform down like the one that I have in front of me. Next, you want to go to the front right corner and you're going to remove this block here, remove the block underneath it, and place down a solid block here. Then you can go ahead and take your redstone and wrap your redstone all the way around the outside diameter of that 5x5 platform. Next, you're going to grab your sticky pistons and you're going to place down 8 sticky pistons going around the inside circumference of this platform here. Do not place any sticky pistons inside of the center here. Inside of the center, you're going to take a solid block and place down a solid block here with a grass block on top of it. And then you're going to place grass blocks all the way around on top of these sticky pistons. You are then going to go to the front right here and you're going to skip this corner block, and then you're going to surround the rest of this with grass blocks going all the way around until you get to that corner block again. You are then going to grab your glass and you're going to place down one piece of glass here, skip this block, and then you're going to surround this all the way around with glass until you get to the corner block here, skip this corner block as well. So that's what you should have so far. Next, you're going to bring this up once more with glass all the way around. If you would like to add in any barrels in, you can add them in now or later. It is entirely up to you if you wish to add in storage at this time. Next, we're going to grab our sticky pistons and we're going to place a sticky piston facing straight down right here. And then we are going to place down 2 observers facing up into that sticky piston there. Then we can turn around, dig out, and then we can replace that area where we dug out. Both of those should be facing straight down just like that. And then we can remove this top one, and then we can place another one facing straight down on top of that observer. That way both of those arrows are facing away from each other. Now what we need to do is go ahead and grab a lever. So we're going to grab a lever and place it on this piston here. You can go ahead and extend that, which is going to make that start going up and down like so. And then you can retract that. That's going to place this observer exactly where it needs to be, and it's going to turn off the farm as soon as you shut off that lever. Next, we're going to go ahead and grab our observers and come around here to the right hand side. We're going to find our center piston here, and this grass block that's directly above it, we are going to remove that grass block. Place an observer there facing in towards it. The arrow should be facing towards you. Then we're going to remove this piece of glass here and this piece of glass here. Place an observer facing straight down. That arrow should be facing straight up, and then we're going to take a solid block and place on top of that observer. Next, we can go ahead and grab our stairs. We're going to go to the opening of glass that we have here, and we're going to place down a stair here and a stair here. That way you can make your way up into the farm. Next, we're going to place in our dispenser that's going to be responsible for dispensing all of the bone meal onto the flowers. So what you need to do in order to do that is place a temporary block here, and then you're going to place a glass block here. Go ahead and remove that temporary block. And then right next to that glass block, we're going to place a solid block, which should place that solid block right in the center of the farm. Next, we're going to grab our dispensers, and we're going to dig down by 2. Go to the center here, face up, and place your dispenser right there. And then we can go ahead and recover all of this grass that we tore out. Next, we're going to take our glass and we're going to finish filling this all the way in on the very top here, all the way around until it is entirely enclosed. Then we want to make our way to the very top of the farm and place redstone across and connect these 2 solid blocks together. Once you have done that, you are all done with this flower farm. All you have to do is place bone meal inside of your dispenser, and then go ahead and grab you a flower in order to test this thing out. Place the flower down inside of the center, and then we can go ahead and throw on that lever, and it should start producing flowers very, very quickly. The only finishing touches that we need to do at this point is go ahead and grab us a door, and you can place the door on the outside here, or you could go ahead and place it from the inside like this. And once you get that door placed, the farm is all done and ready to use. Now all you have to do is load this thing up with bone meal and place whatever flower that you would like down below here. Again, it does have to be single tall flowers and cannot be any wither roses. With that being said, all of these flowers here are going to work inside of this farm, excluding the last 5 here, because these 4 are going to be too tall, and this wither rose here is not going to be able to be duplicated because it is specific to the wither. Now we're going to get started on the 7x7 flower farm. The steps to this is very similar, however, it is going to require a little bit more work and a little bit more materials. So what you're going to do is find an area that you want to build the flower farm, and you're going to mark out a 7x7 platform in the area that you wish to build it. Once you have marked out a 7x7 platform, you are going to go ahead and remove the center here. And once you have removed the entire center, this is what you should have. Now you can go ahead and dig a ring all the way around the inside here. And we are going to replace these with solid blocks as well. That way, if we ever dig underneath it, we can identify them and never break the redstone. Next, you're going to take 8 target blocks, and you're going to place 8 target blocks surrounding the center here. Leave the inside of the target blocks empty, and then take 2 solid blocks and place down 2 solid blocks in the center just like that. Next, we are going to go to the very front right of the farm. Go ahead and dig down by 2 here, place down a solid block here, and place redstone here. Next, we're going to surround this entire thing with redstone all the way around it. And then once you connect here with redstone, then you are going to fill this all up with redstone inside of here as well. Next, we are going to grab our sticky pistons, and we're going to place in all of our sticky pistons going all the way across here, making an entire platform of sticky pistons. And then once you have done that, we are going to go ahead and grab us some grass, and we're going to fill this entire thing all the way up with grass. Now, just like before, we're going to grab our grass blocks, and we're going to start inside of this corner here, skip this block, and we're going to wrap the entire outside of this all the way around with grass blocks. Next, we're going to go ahead and grab our stairs, and we're going to place our stairs inside of the center of the farm here. So go ahead and place one here and one here as well. Next, we're going to grab our glass. We're going to skip this corner block again, place down 2 here, and then we're going to surround the entire thing all the way around with glass. Just like before, we're going to repeat this again, going all the way around the entire outside again with glass. Once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and grab our observers and also our sticky pistons. Take your sticky piston to the front right corner, and then we are going to place a sticky piston in that location there, just like before. Then we are going to take 2 observers and face 2 observers facing up towards that sticky piston. Go ahead and dig yourself out, and both of those output arrows should be facing straight down. You can go ahead and cover this back up. Go ahead and remove this observer here, and then we're going to face an observer straight down, looking into that observer, which is going to make an observer clock. Both of those arrows should be facing away from each other. Then you can go ahead, place down a lever here, turn it on and off, and that's going to place that observer exactly where it needs to be. Now, as soon as you turn on the farm, you should have the platform rising and falling aside from the very center here, and that is exactly what you should have. Next, we can go ahead and grab our observers. We're going to go around to the right hand side here, and we're going to remove these 3 blocks that are inside of the center of the farm. And then we can go ahead and place one observer here facing in towards that grass. The output arrow should be facing towards you. And then place another observer facing directly into that observer with the output arrow facing straight up. Next, you're going to place down a solid block here, a temporary block on the top, and then 2 glass blocks towards the inside of the farm. Go ahead and remove that temporary block. Next, you're going to take a solid block and place a solid block here, which should be in the very center of the farm. And then you are going to remove these 2 pieces of grass, jump down here, and take your dispenser and place your dispenser facing straight down. You can go ahead and replace both of these pieces of grass blocks. And then we can go ahead and grab our glass and cover the entire top of this with glass closing it all the way up. One of the last things that you need to do is grab your redstone dust, and we are going to run our redstone dust across, connecting both of these solid blocks. And then we are going to grab our door once more, and we are going to go to the very inside here and place down your door. And all we have to do at this point is place some bone meal inside of our dispenser, and then we can go ahead and grab some flowers. Place a flower directly underneath that dispenser, and then we can go ahead and turn it on and see if the farm works. As you can see, it's producing a ton of flowers and working just as it should. Well guys, that's going to wrap up this Minecraft farm tutorial video. I really hope that you enjoy these farms and that these farms really help you out inside of your Minecraft Bedrock survival worlds. If you would like to see some more smaller flower farms with a dedicated pickup system, then let me know inside of the comments below. I did not really find the need to include that because it does overly complicate the farm if you are only needing a couple flowers, and it will also make it a lot larger and also make it more prone to breaking. On top of that, unless you have a high-speed hopper unloader, you are going to have to wait around for the chest to fill with all of your flowers, so I figured it would just be easier making it a self-collection system, which will probably work well for a lot of people. Again, I do have the larger flower farm coming up on the channel, so make sure that you are subscribed, that way you do not miss that. And if you enjoyed the video, please leave a like. It really does help out the channel, and it helps my channel find new viewers. Any recommendations that you have for farms are always welcome inside of the comments below, and I will consider building whatever you request. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.